just look how high these sea defences are. They've got to be, wow, they've got to be 30 feet, 40 feet high. And welcome back to a brand new video. So this video, we're going to be concentrating more on the north side of Blackpool, the north side, and we're going to do this in two parts. So first of all, we're going to have a bit of a look at some of the old buildings around the north side, and then we're going to have a bit of a venture further into Bisbane. And you can just see how choppy the sea is on this very early morning. Like I said, it's going to be in two halves. So we'll be back out later on. So come and join me on this bit of a wander around on the north side of Blackpool. So we're just on the Promenade, and what we're going to do, we're going to head up towards the Jubilee Gardens this morning, because there's quite a few hotels along this stretch, and the north side many years ago had the exclusive hotels and all the the upper class and the affluent, the rich used to stay at the north side when Blackpool was first being developed. And the more of the lower class people used to stay at the south side, which is fascinating. So the north used to be, like I said, more for the affluent, and you can certainly tell, with some of these hotels. Just imagine, 70, 80 years ago, they would have been absolutely stunning and busting with life. You just imagine how the gentlemen and the ladies used to dress many years ago, just having that walk along the Promenade and visiting the North Pier. Like I said, that's the oldest in Blackpool, and it's just fascinating. If you could look back in time, and there's a lot of pictures on the internet where you can just see how they used to dress and all sorts. And this is a bit of an interesting one. It's a bit of a shame. So this went on the market in 2022. The Parisine, I think that's how you pronounce it. The Parisine. This is at 5 floors. So we're going to have a bit of a closer look at this one. So this one is the Parisine. I think that's, like I said, how you pronounce it. And this is sort of 240 to 244 North Promenade. And again, another huge hotel. It's actually a 5-story building, and this went on to auction. It was in the offers of the region of just under £500,000, and it's got 62 bedrooms, and it's sort of got car parking, but certainly a luxurious hotel back in its day. And you can even see the old table and chairs through the window. And what a shame, like I said, this was a huge hotel. I'd imagine it being really popular. So yeah, like I said, there's many of these lovely little hotels, and most of them are still, functioning and trading. You've got the Rockcliffe, and then there's the Tiffany's, and that's another huge one. And then the Claremont, which is just on the corner. So like I say, many hotels, along this stretch. So like I said, another huge hotel. It's the Claremont Hotel. And this was built in 1902. What's that, 123 years old. And before it was named the Claremont Hotel, it was known as the Finks Hotel. So that's a bit of history. And you see, it just adjoins to the Tiffany's there. And it's surprising, like I said, there's so much history, with these hotels in Blackpool and buildings. And the site originally was an inn, and later a store that housed a post office. So like I say, certainly times change in Blackpool. Nothing does stay the same. And like I said, each one of these hotels has its own unique history behind them. So as we walk even further to the north side, you can see like the Best Western Carlton Hotel. You got many, you know, great little hotels here. The Palm Beach, you got all sorts. And what I really like about this sort of section of Blackpool is that these huge hotels, each one of them, they've got their own like unique colour, which is, you know, it's quite unique, really, I guess. And you know, a lot of them, like I said, are still trading. And in the summer, you walk along here, and all these, you can see the car park spaces. They're absolutely rammed with visitors, which is great. And like I said, you know, back years and years ago, you know, it's just amazing, you know, how many people used to stay in Blackpool, you know, before the package holidays took control and times change. And like I said, just a little bit further down, we've got the iconic Imperial Hotel, and that certainly is steeped in very, very rich history. And you know, you got the Bromley, Lancaster holiday apartments. So you got all the wonderful, you know, hotels and flats, everything along this stretch. So the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool, and this certainly doesn't need any introduction. I would imagine a lot of people know about this one. And the hotel was established in 1867. You've had so many famous people stay here, including Charles Dickens. He stayed in the hotel in 1869. It's been extended, you know, in the mid-20th century. Winston Churchill, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, Princess Margaret, the Beatles, all these people, famous people, have stayed at this hotel located in Blackpool. And you know, that is history, you know, for you. Absolutely amazing. There's been, you know, British Prime Minister, remember the Margaret Thatcher, you know, you either love her or you despise her. She stayed at the hotel and celebrated her 60th birthday as well. Bill Clinton, Tony Blair, you know, there's so many famous people have stayed at this one. Absolutely, certainly rich in history, this. So I just spoke to the general manager. I'm going to keep my voice down a little bit. So he said, you know, you're more than welcome to the film inside the Imperial Hotel. So we haven't got too much time at the moment, but we will be coming back and filming inside. So this place is certainly steeped in history. It used to have a nightclub, apparently. It's got Turkish baths, and it's even got stables underneath, or used to have stables underneath. So certainly a fascinating hotel, this. So we just pop back out on the outside of this one. So we haven't got much time today, but let me know in the comments, you know, if you'd like a bit more of a tour inside the Imperial Hotel, and you know, obviously just sort of chatting about the fantastic history behind this one. So we just reached the Jubilee Gardens, and this holds so many memories for so many people. And throughout it's actually over 100 years old, and it was first opened to the public in 1914, and it's had many different names, including North Shore Gardens. And like I said, you know, it's over 100 years old, and it's certainly a fantastic little place. I mean, you don't realise, and there's many hotels, even the Elgin Hotel has actually dedicated certain things to the gardens. We're going to have a quick look, and I'll just show you some of the magical things what this garden does have. So, you know, just a few interesting facts about this one. So the gardens were sort of protected by the weather from limestone boulders, which you can see sort of dotted about. And it was only until 1960 it had no brick boundary, this one. And then in sort of 1960 they put like a boundary there. And the gardens were actually built in 1937 to celebrate King George's Silver Jubilee. It's like it's certainly a very, very special place. It's like it's in the tram. You can see the tram there runs all along here. So you know, if you do want to just have a bit of a relaxing walk, and there's plenty of benches and all sorts, and you can see Have a look at this. There's so many people and companies sort of sponsor this. You see, this is the Elgin Hotel, and the planting bed is sponsored by the Elgin Hotel. So you see, even the local businesses do get involved. So this is the wonderful waterfall, and like I said, this was completed in 1928. So you see, how old this one was, and in 1977, like I said, the whole of this was renamed Jubilee Gardens to commemorate the Queen's Silver Jubilee, and that's what we know it to this very day. And just a bit of the shot of the sun. You can see it's going to be another absolutely amazing sunset later on tonight. And look at this, you can see the wonderful birds, the seagulls, the starlings will be coming up later on. And what a shot that is. Like I said, what a glorious spot just to witness another amazing sunset. So you can see the go-kart track, and that used to be the boating lake. I'd imagine so many people who watch the videos will remember it as the boating lake. So we're going to have a bit of a walk. So normally when we come down here, it's always choppy and very rough sea. So we're going to have a bit of a walk just around the go-kart track. And you can just see, what the sea salt does to steel. Look at that, all the rust all along. You see, it's even embedded in the actual wall. So I was going to have a bit of a walk, like I said, around the go-kart track and the old boating lake. But just look how high these sea defences are. They've got to be 30 feet, 40 feet high. And you see all the algae on there, and the sea, like I said, when it's rough, it crashes right over there. So you can just see how high the sea does come. It's actually astonishing. You feel like a little ant when you're walking along here, because normally I'm at the top filming, like I said, the choppy conditions. But just like I said, look how high the sea defence wall is. That's remarkable. You don't actually realise, like I said, how high that is. Wow. And you can see there's the cabin lift, which, like I said, has sadly been out of use for many years. And this one, like I said, the bowling lake, the go-kart track as it is now, it just reminds you of like a fort, like an old castle where the water sort of goes all along it, or all around it, shall I say. My English is dreadful. So the water goes all around like a fort, back many hundred years ago. And like I say, it's certainly rare we can have a bit of a walk around here. Like I say, normally when I'm here, it's certainly choppy conditions. Let's have a bit of a walk closer. Not too sure how deep that is, but yeah, it just reminds you of like an old castle back in the day. When they used to have the water and the drawbridge going up to the main castle. Look at that. And you can see all these are the big hotels. You can start off with the Castle Casino. You got the Elgin, the Savoy, the Cliffs. You can just see them all at the very top. And just imagine waking up, in one of those rooms and just overlooking the wonderful sea views. Now, these are all the huge hotels. And like I said, the only one actually on the Promenade is the Metropole. So I just want to show you. So just imagine like a bath. Obviously you got your plug hole, and when this was flooded 2 or 3 storms ago, it was completely underwater, and we came down here and water was gushing out of this pipe. So this is like the low point of the go-kart track, and you can see it's like a huge pipe. So just imagine like a big plug hole, and this drained all of the go-kart track, and it certainly was gushing out. It took, like I said, it must be 4 or 5 days before, like I said, the water completely went. So I hope you enjoyed this bit of a walk around. I think I better vacate the beach. I think the tide is on its way in. I don't end up getting washed out. But yeah, something a little different, a little bit of history. So until next time, don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We do try to cover everything. Any comments, I will try to get back to you. And just a big thank you for everybody also who's been messaging and just asking if they can do certain areas, which I will try to get around and do as soon as I possibly can. So until next time, take care of yourselves, and it is a bye from me. Bye bye.